the Coaches Show. We're in room 407 at Preston High School with head football coach John Lieutenant. This is Gary Livengood. Coach, homecoming weekend. Had a week off, now we have homecoming. A lot of things are getting ready to start here at Preston High.
Yeah, the kids are really excited. It's been a long time since there's been this much excitement. We have the homecoming court, we have the showcase of beauty coming up. So the kids are really excited about that. And we have a football game to play. We haven't played in 2 weeks. We're ready to go.
Of course, homecoming, like you said, there's a lot of activities going on, and then probably a homecoming dance going on and so forth. Plus, there's another big activity going on. The Preston High School Athletic Hall of Fame inductees are being introduced this weekend.
Yeah, that's right. Paul Martin, who's running that show, is doing a real good job. I'm excited to see that. There's a banquet in, I believe, the 19th.
Sunday, 2 o'clock, Monroe's.
The inductees will be recognized during the game Friday, so that's real exciting. It's a thing that Paul's worked awful hard at, and it's a good thing to see here. Trying to establish some pride and some pride to the community and to the school. There's a lot of good athletes that come through here.
Yeah, we're 23 years old now. We opened in 1991-92, 23 years old. And these young kids and now adults now need some recognition for the hard work and time they put in athletics and when they were here. Coach, you're 4-2 right now. You're on a 3-game winning streak. You want to play East Fairmont Bees. They're 2-5. They're coming in here off a RC Bird 50-0 loss.
Yeah, we went up and scouted them. I think the rain really hampered them because it rained throughout the game, and they're a passing team, and it was hard for them to hold on to the ball, to throw it, to catch it, and RCB just did what they wanted to with them.
And look, they only supposedly, looking at the stats in the Fairmont paper, they only got 4 yards rushing.
They didn't even try to rush them from what we saw. They tried to throw it in the rain, and that wasn't very successful. Their biggest weapon is their quarterback, number 2. He likes to run it and throw it. And he's got some receivers to throw it to.
Yeah. Last year we had a big shootout, 56-39. Are we expecting the same?
I hope not. I'd like to score 56 on them, but I don't want to give up 39. They caught us off guard a little bit last year. They came out in an empty set, 5 wide. We weren't expecting that. That's Coach Haddock's for you. We're prepared for it this week, though, and last week. But it's hard to tell when he'll come out. He showed 2 different offenses of the last 2 weeks that we had film on them. One more traditional double wing set, and then got the empty set. He likes to run, throw out of that set, try to spread you out and run that quarterback all over the place. So we're prepared for both types of offenses we're going to see, but we might see something totally different as well. Yeah, adjust on the fly.
Knowing Coach Haddock's with all his trick plays, when it comes kickoffs or punts, you don't know what he's going to do. And how are you going to safeguard these trick plays that you know sometime, somewhere, Coach Haddock's is going to come up with?
Well, defensively, everyone has a job. Everyone has a gap up front. The front 7, they all have a gap. The back 4, they all have responsibilities. So if everyone does their job, that's what we want to be, fundamentally sound, and hopefully we can react and make plays.
Number 2, Jake Delaney, a senior. He's a Big Ten leading passer right now, and he's a 7th leading rusher in the Big Ten. He's a one-man wrecking crew.
Yeah, he had a monster game against North Marion. Ran for over 150, passed for over 150, got a sack on defense, interception on defense. He was all over the field. That's who we're keen on this week, him and the 6'6" receiver. Those are the 2 most potent offensive weapons, so we have to know where they're going to be and anticipate what they're going to do.
So you're going to have someone continually spying on Delaney, number 2?
That's an option that we have. We've talked about that. We've rep that, but we'll see how it goes. If he's hurting us really bad, we might do that. Or we might just play it straight up or send more blitzers and then they have blockers.
And like you said, another impact player is number 23, the 6'3", Miles Johnson. Right now he's got 25 catches this season.
He jumps up and takes away from any defender that's covering him. He runs good routes. He very athletic, he's a basketball player, and the quarterback just throws it in his area, and he comes up with the ball.
And our defensive backs, what, 5'10", 5'11"?
Yep.
So how are you going to deal with that?
Well, we're going to have a safety coming over the top. They're just going to have to accept the personal challenge of covering. Hopefully, we can get some pressure on the quarterback, and he won't have time to throw it deep. Or if he does throw it, he'll be under so much pressure, it won't be a very accurate pass.
And you got a number 10, the Zion Humphreys boy. Pretty good running back, good receiver, and also does some kickoff or punt returns.
Yeah, he's probably their most versatile player. He runs the ball out of the backfield. The biggest play out of the backfield is the trap weak or trap strong. They made some good gains off that play against North Marion. Same type of play that we ran against North Marion. They had success too, but he can catch it, he can run it, and he plays defense too.
And look at the number 11, Ty Lawson. He's a good athlete, and he's not very much involved in the offense, but he's very capable.
Yeah, they're going to have some skilled kids. That's what they practice. They throw the ball. They're going to get hopefully not too open. But the key is for us is to corral number 2, make him sit in the pocket and see if he can beat us throwing the ball. We can't let him run loose and make big plays with his feet.
Kicker. You got a soccer player, number 33. He was just a Big Ten soccer player of the week last week, and the Harvard boy. So we're going to have short field, long field all the time.
Yeah, this is probably the best punter that we've faced. He reminds me of the punter we had last year, Mitchell Thrift. He kicks it high and he kicks it far. So we're going to have to make some adjustments there. We're hoping to make a play in that area. One of the biggest disappointments so far is our special teams play. We haven't really had an impact. Our special teams cost us the football game early on and hasn't won us a football game. So we've been concentrating a lot on special teams these past 2 weeks, and hopefully it'll show up Friday.
And looking at the line for East Fairmont, they're much smaller than we are. The size-wise on offense and defense, we're much larger. And then again, like the beef's still up there. I think speed-wise, we're probably as good as or have more speed than East Fairmont.
Yeah, we hope to do what we always hope to do, is run the football, overpower them, especially in the fourth quarter. Defensively, we just have to contain their big play kids, and if we do that, hopefully we'll come out on top.
Now, we've been known to play down to the level. It's like the first half of the North Marion game, our opponent. Are we ready to play to the best of our abilities? Of course, as a coach, you would think that's the case on Friday night against East Fairmont.
We'll find out Friday. This is just like last year. We were probably favored to win it last year. We came out and didn't play very well at all. We kept them in the ball game throughout until the fourth quarter. We made some plays, but coming off the bye week, it's hard to tell how these kids are going to react. I know one thing: we've reminded them that we can't come out like we did last year. We can't come out like we did against North Marion. And I think the kids learned the lesson at North Marion that you got to be ready to play when the game starts. Yeah.
And we've had some penalties also has been causing us to lose a lot of yardage and some drop passes on offense.
Yeah, our passing game is not where it needs to be at this point. Hopefully we can keep making strides in that area. As far as penalty goes, some penalties are worse than others. The pre-snap penalties, the offsides, things like that are unacceptable. But some penalties I really don't see, but they get called aggressive type penalties. One penalty I thought last week shouldn't have been called, but it was. Our kid was called for targeting, and he was just playing football as far as I was concerned. The runner wasn't helpless. That call is usually called on receivers. This was a running back. So I was a little bit confused about that, but we do have to clean up our pre-snap and post-snap penalties. Post-snap penalties, that's when a kid gets taken out of the game and doesn't come back in. That's a selfish penalty.
And Coach, looking at stats on paper, we should beat East Fairmont at least by 3 touchdowns.
Well, the game's not played on paper. That's what I tried to tell them against North Marion. They didn't believe me until the second half.
And look at their stats. Their offense averages 15 points a game. They've been shut out 3 times this season. Their defense is giving up 35 points a game.
Yep, I think the weather has a lot to do with it. Like I said, in the rain, that kind of hurts their offense. It doesn't hurt us. We're hoping for rain. But not really too concerned about what they do defensively. We just need to execute what we can do. That's always the key for us. If we come out with a lot of energy and passion, we can score some points. Defensively, the same deal. We just have to be fundamentally sound and be paying attention and focused on what's going on.
This will be win number 5. One more step closer to making the state playoffs. You think 6 wins will get you into this playoffs?
I'm not sure. I really don't pay much attention to that right now. I'm just worried about East Fairmont. That would be our 5th win, but we only have 4 now. I believe we're tied with Buchanan, an upcoming opponent. We just have to take it one game at a time. Don't get ahead of ourselves. Trying to get these kids prepared and focused on what they're going to see Friday night, and hopefully that they can execute what we want them to.
Good luck. Bring win number 5 to our homecoming crowd. It's a long time since we've had 5 wins, back to 2008.
2008.
Yeah. Coach, looking at some scores quickly, University High won their 6th game, going down to Logan, beating Logan 40-8. Big game this week at University High School. Lewis County comes into University High School. Both of them are 6-1. Both of them are ranked in the top 10. What do you expect?
Well, I hope it's a brutal grudge match. I hope Lewis County beats up on them so they're a little weary when we go face them next week. It's going to be tough. Lewis County's got one of the best defenses in the state. They haven't given up more than 14 points a game. We were one of the teams that scored 14 on them. Only one other team, Bridgeport, scored 14 on them. Everyone else less than that. So it's going to be not going to be a shootout. I don't think. It's going to be a
very
physical game. May depend on who makes the less mistakes in that game.
Lewis County beats North Marion 70-0. Park comes back and beats Bordertown High 24-23. Elkins beats Philip Barber 34-12. Buchanan beats Hampshire 30-14. In Musselman, I just put the Hertz on Hedgesville 75-14.
Yeah, those are some lopsided scores.
Bridgeport, 2 highly ranked AA teams, goes down to Kaiser and beats Kaiser at Bridgeport. I mean, at the Kaiser 31-6.
Yeah, we can't wait to play Bridgeport. They're a good program, good team. They beat us pretty badly last year, but that's down the road. Right now we're focused on East, but the toughest part of our schedule is the last part of our schedule, so we just have to take it one game at a time and get better each week.
Parity starting a little bit in the AAA ranks now. We only have 2 undefeated teams. That's Capital, number 1, and Port Pleasant. I think it's number 2 or 3. They're only undefeated teams in the AAA rank. Coach, your JV team was off this week. What were we, 3-2, 2-3?
3-2.
3-2 for the JV team. We play next Monday, East Fairmont.
East Fairmont. Yep, we're looking forward to that. It's a shame that Buchanan dropped us and canceled the game last Monday, but I'm proud to say that we never dropped or canceled the JV game. I think it's very important for these kids to get reps and get experience and give them a reason to play.
Middle school program still playing on what, Wednesday nights?
Wednesday nights they have a game against Clay Battelle.
Is that here?
It's here.
Okay.
In the stadium. They've gone through some growing pains, but every rep that they get, every practice that they get is just going to make us better in the future.
Yeah. And looking down there tonight practicing, and they're getting all ready for Wednesday night here at Knight Stadium. What, 7 o'clock?
6:30.
6:30, the Roseburg Squires, Clay Battelle, the middle school program. Coach, looking at some stats, you're averaging 27 points a game after 6 ball games, and your defense is down to giving up on 18 points a ball game.
We want to get that down by 5 more. Our goal is 13 points a game. We're going in the right direction, that's for sure.
And looking at some of Scott Stone, I don't know how accurate these are. 24 for 73, 306 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 INTs for Scott Stone.
Yeah, one of the INTs was a Hail Mary type thing. We've got to get our passing game fixed. It's not his fault. It's the whole offensive team's fault, whether it's receivers dropping balls, offensive line not providing protection, or receivers not running routes or bad passes. Combination of all 3 or 4 of those factors. But it's in us. We're going to get there. We've been working on it.
Got some receivers, the Newsom boy and Josiah Noose also, and one of the Shroud boys. They're capable of catching the football. The Veneer boy, very capable of catching the football.
Yes, and at times we really didn't need to run or pass the ball. Our ground game's been so effective. A few times, 1 or 2 play drives for a touchdown. Doesn't have the opportunities that we had last year.
And looking at Josiah News, 129 carries, 1,243 yards, 15 touchdowns, and 1 PAT.
Wow, that's impressive. I don't know who leads the state, but my best guess would be him. Talking about postseason awards, he was definitely a Kennedy Award candidate. He was the best high school player in the state. We just have to win some games on the big stage, and that attention will come.
I've got on the local newspaper, I've got on the Wheeling paper, the Charleston paper, Gazette, and all that. Been looking for stats, statewide stats, and even on Max Prep, there's nothing there with these stats statewide. Right now. Maybe
that's a shame.
Maybe something will pop up.
I know we send our stats to various media outlets, and they're in the Dominion Post, which is good. And a lot of people read that paper.
In your defense, Coach, you got some boys that like to just physically hit some people. The Powell boy, the Newsom boy, the Casey and Cameron Shroud, Peanut Boyles, Deal, LaRue. I mean, those boys just like to physically hit people.
Well, we've grown as a defense. Like you said, the Shroud boys, they'll light you up any chance they get. Powell, he's looking to knock somebody out. And the biggest surprise, Ryan Deal, our will linebacker, played a game at safety as well. He was our player of the week last week, and he's made tremendous improvement throughout the year.
And that was my question against Hedgesville. Who were some of the award winners for the Hedgesville game?
Offensive player of the week was Josiah Noose. Ran for over 300 yards and 16 carries. Defense, Ryan Deal. Special teams was Casey Shroud. And our scout team player for that week was John Blaney.
Coach, any other final comments to our audience?
Come on out to the homecoming game. It's supposed to be some nice weather. There's going to be a lot of activities going on. And the 31st of October is our pickout game. We're still taking orders for T-shirts until Thursday. So if you haven't got your T-shirt, you got to get your order in.
The Buchanan game?
Buchanan, yes, sir.
Senior night?
No, that'll be the next week.
Bridgeport, okay. Coach, congratulations, and nice 5th quarter program. If you haven't watched the 5th quarter on WDTV, Coach Tennant was there 11:30 Friday night. Good job on that interview.
Thank you.
So on behalf of Coach Tennant, Steve Blake, our director and producer, this is Gary Livengood thanking you for watching the Coaches Show.
From a simple switch, troubleshooting a problem, a new service, to that backup generator that you'll need in times of emergency, Blake Electric can handle all your electrical needs. They have the experience and knowledge to do it professionally and safely and do the job right the first time. There's been an accident. The emergency has left you with physical trauma and legal issues to deal with. The bills are piling up and you're overwhelmed. Where do you turn for legal representation?
Hi, I'm Paul Easton.
And I'm Steve Schaefer.
We're attorneys practicing right here in your home county of Preston.
Centrally located on West Main Street in Kingwood, just across from McDonald's, the offices of Estep & Schaefer are an easy drive from anywhere in Preston County.
You don't have to go outside Preston County to hire a lawyer with the know-how, the experience, and the knowledge to represent you fairly in a serious personal injury matter. Call us at Estep & Schaefer at 329-6003 or visit us on the web at www.estepschaeferlaw.com.